Yarnivores, Fiber Spider back once again to show you the continuation of how to work with granny squares. Now I'm going to show you right now how to change your colors and how to connect your squares using the join as you go method, which is a lot easier than sewing them together, let me tell you. All right, so we have our pre-existing square here. Do not pay attention to this. This is just so that I can undo it easier later. Just picture that I have cut this and sewn in the ends. This is a practice piece here. All right, so we're going to go into the corner here, or whichever. You've got 4 options. Take your pick. So to start with, you grab your new yarn. This is Mustard by Vanna's Choice. I love the yarn. I am not sponsored. I just love the yarn. All right, so you do another slip knot, get it onto there. Then we go into one of the corners and we catch the yarn there. And then we chain up 1, 2, 3. And then we do our clusters as we have always done prior. All right, so we've got our first cluster right there, shaboom. And then we do 2 more chains. And then we do another cluster. And then we do another and another. So we've got our 2 clusters. Okay, and as before, we chain 1, so we're going across the bridge. Now, we're doing 1 cluster because this is an edge, not a corner. So we got our 1 cluster right in there, and then we chain 1, and then we do 2 clusters because this is a corner. Hello, get in there. Thank you very much. And so we've got the 2 clusters going on in this corner. And then we chain 1. And then we go in here. Yes, yes, yes. And then we just keep going around and around and around. And I'm going to meet you back up. I'm going to finish this round, and when I start the next round, that's where I will show you where the magic happens. So give me a moment, and I'll be right back. All right, back again. Miss me? I'm sure you did. Okay, so now I continued along, and now this round that I started here, I did the chain 3, and I did a cluster, I did a chain 2, cluster, chain 1, cluster, chain 1, cluster, chain 1, cluster. Okay, now I did not finish this corner because for the example here, this round that I'm working on is going to be the final round of this square. See, I did another one here where there are a total of 4 rounds. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And in spite of them being rounds, yes, it is a square. I know geometry. It's okay. So we've got 4 rounds on this one, and we're on the 4th round of this one. Yes, yes. Okay, so here what we do is, pardon moi. Okay, what we're going to do is we're not going to finish this corner just yet. What we do is instead of chaining 2, you chain 1, okay? And then we have our second square, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to slip stitch into the corner here to connect. Let me show you. All right, and also, another important note, make sure that both of your squares are facing up. See how on this square the V's are facing up? Now on the back side, they're not, okay? There is a definite upside and downside. So keep that in mind when you are connecting. Otherwise, it's going to look a little bit wonky. All right, so I chained one, and now I'm going to slip stitch. I go from underneath, okay, see? So I'm doing that, slip stitching, and so I'm bringing the yarn through, So I'm going from underneath, I'm doing this nice and slow for you, bringing it from underneath, bringing it through, and then slip stitch. Okay, so it is now connected in the corner. Then what we do is we continue finishing up our corner just as we've always done. So we do our 3 double crochets, all right, so we have our corner finished there, as you can see. A bit more of my yellow yarn here. All right, and now, because, let me explain. Okay, so we've got ourselves connected here in the corner. Now we need to go into this next space right in there. All right, so we need to slip stitch. You know, basically it's like you're holding these two together, bottom side to bottom side, you know. And so we go in underneath, we grab the yarn, and we slip stitch. Okay, then we do 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And then we go to the next one here, and we slip stitch. And then we do our 3 more double crochets. And then we slip stitch once again. Let me show you. See? It's connected, yes. And you didn't have to sew it together. Sewing skills not necessary. Haha. Just crocheting skills. But that's why we're here. All right, so, all right. We continue right along. So I just did that slip stitch, and then I do into the corner here, 3 more double crochets for that cluster. Got 1. Oh, hello, come on, work with me. 2, 3. All right, then we do our slip stitch once again. And then we do another chain stitch. And then we finish up our corner with another cluster. 1, 2, and 3. All right, so as you can see, let me just pull that up there. As you can see, our 2 squares are now connected. They are very much secure, and you do not have to deal with crocheting them together where there's an unsightly ridge going on. You don't have to sew them together and spend countless hours working on that, which is a pain in the All right, so that is how you connect them. And now when you're when you're connecting them into actual square pieces. Okay, so what you would do is then, so you're crocheting around and around and around. All right, now let me see here. More squares. Okay, so when you are connecting your squares, got another one over here. Okay, when you're connecting your squares, what you want to do is say I have this one connected to this one, just like I did this one. You know, it's a flat edge to a flat edge, no big deal. Then, now keep in mind, when you are, let me swap that a little bit easier to see. All right, when you're connecting, okay, so say these two are connected, these two are already obviously connected. So when you're connecting this one, okay, what you need to keep in mind is the edge. Now, when you start the edge, okay, it would be best to start perhaps on, say, this side, figuratively speaking, say perhaps in this lower corner, and then as you're working your way around, you then connect, slip stitching this one to this one, and you work your way up with the slip stitches and connections, then connect, be sure to connect the corners together so you don't have a nice, gaping hole in the middle there. Connect them, and then be sure to connect from here to here, working your way along, and then you will have a block. Then you can connect block to block, etc., etc., and you end up with a really nice blanket at the end of it. I really hope that that helps and that it has made some sense. If you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to leave a comment for your questions. Please like, share, subscribe. I really enjoy doing this, and I hope you learned something and you enjoy it too. Yarn is my passion. I am a yarnivore. What can I say? So, until next time, I hope you have a great day, and I hope that you keep practicing, keep caffeinated, and I will see you soon until the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye now.